Today, I'd like to share with you a little bit about the diaphragm and its relationship to our diaphragmatic breathing and feeling the ease of breath flow in and out. The diaphragm, when it gets stuck and locked, a lot of times we use these upper muscles a little bit too much, these accessories, scalenes, and the sternocleidomastoid and things like this, which can tend to elevate some of the upper ribs and maybe clavicles and create more tension up here. So when we have a fullness of our diaphragmatic breath, we tend to have a lot more ease, especially with our organs and the ability for the breath to be able to flow as effortlessly as possible. So I'd like to explore with you today that sense of that dome shape of the muscle that comes right kind of under these ribs and is dome shaped under the ribs. It's a little thicker on our right side for most of us where our liver is. It's also connected to the lungs and the heart. And the lungs and the heart, as we inhale and that diaphragm flattens out a little bit, there's a little bit of stretch through the connective tissue of the lungs and the heart. And then as we exhale, that diaphragm gently comes back to its more concave shape. So I want to explore a little bit today. For this one, we're gonna use a scarf is a great thing. If you have a long scarf, maybe a longer bath towel or any piece of fabric that is a little more taut, doesn't have too much of a springy quality to it. And we're gonna take that scarf and wrap it kind of along those mid ribs, mid-thoracic area, all the way down, kind of where the diaphragm is. So I'm just creating a big sling here to wrap around my waist here. You can see it in the back. And then I'm going to cross that, scarf here, and I'm going to give a little bit of wrapping sensation. So I feel a little hug around my diaphragm. And then what we're going to do is take 3 deep breaths, and after each exhale, we're going to pull the scarf a little bit more so there's a little bit of slack being taken out. Essentially creating a little bit of an isometric for that diaphragm. Here we go. We're going to do a little bit of connection, a little bit of wrapping, and then take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, take the slack out a little bit and pull that scarf a little tighter. 2 more times just like that. Inhale. Feel the ribs pressing against the fabric. And as you exhale, take up the slack a little bit. And one last time, inhale. And at the top of this 3rd inhale, as you exhale, gently release the fabric. And just feel the air then in your next few breaths coming in easily. Notice if you have a little more awareness to the back of the diaphragm or the sides of the diaphragm to feel that fullness 3-dimensionally. In addition, if you feel a little bit of tenderness somewhere around those lower ribs, you can have a little bit of maybe a tender or tight spot, holding it with your fingers, and then see if you can cave around that area. So you're shortening the diaphragm a bit. And then use that same breath, sort of just a gentle inhale and exhale. Maybe hold it for 10 to 20 seconds. And then allow your body to respond, come out of that, and notice if the tenderness has changed a little bit. So play with those pieces. See if your breath can change a little bit or it can stimulate a lot more movement or flow through your breathing. Thanks for playing today.